I'm Jimmy Dale Abrams reporting for Daybreak Online for this Tuesday, the 25th day of November. Obituaries brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Mrs. Charlotte Blanchard, age 80 of Sycamore, died last night at Coosa Valley Medical Center in Sylacauga. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel announcing. Mr. Jimmy Ray Culver, age 55 of Sylacauga, died November 22nd at UAB in Birmingham. Graveside service Wednesday at 2 o'clock from Fayetteville Cemetery. I'll be officiating that service. The station prior to the graveside Wednesday noon until 1:30 at the North Chapel. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel directing. Mr. William Albert Billy Barnes, age 76 of Sylacauga, died Monday, November 24th at his residence. Funeral service Friday at 2 p.m. from Curtis & Son North, with entombment to follow in the Evergreen Mausoleum. Visitation on Friday from 1 until 2 at the North Chapel. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel directing. Funeral service for Sarah Irene Qualls, age 93 of Sylacauga, will be Wednesday at 1 o'clock from the Chapel of Bradley Smith Funeral Home. Reverend Brian Hibbs officiating. Burial in the Evergreen Cemetery. Mrs. Qualls died Sunday, November the 23rd. Visitation 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. on Wednesday at Radley Smith. Radley Smith Funeral Home, Sylacauga directing. Funeral service for Danny K. Butler, age 39 of Sylacauga, is today at 11 o'clock from the Chapel of Radley Smith Funeral Home. Reverend Eddie Perry officiating. Burial in the Macedonia Cemetery in Coosa County. Mr. Butler died Saturday, November 22nd. Radley Smith Funeral Home, Sylacauga directing. And Polly Adair, age 92 of Sylacauga, died Monday at Coosa Valley Medical Center. Funeral arrangements are incomplete. They'll be announced by Radley Smith Funeral Home in Sylacauga. Memorial service for William Slickhead Mitchell, age 77 of Talladega, will be Wednesday at 2 o'clock from the Chapel of Ursery Funeral Home. Wilby Wallace will officiate. Family receiving friends 12:30 until service time at the funeral home. Mr. Mitchell died November 22nd at his residence, Ursery Funeral Home directing. Funeral service for Mrs. Ruby Taunton Reed, age 79, is today at 2 o'clock from the Chapel of Radley Funeral Home. Reverend Tony Harris officiating. Burial in the Bethlehem New Salem Cemetery. Family receiving friends 12:30 to 1:30 at the funeral home. Mrs. Reed died Friday at her residence, Radley Funeral Home directing. Virginia Gardner Bentley died August 16th in Durham, North Carolina. Her ashes will be interred on Wednesday at 1 p.m. from Evergreen Memorial Cemetery in Sylacauga. Funeral service for Mickey Jerome Collins, age 55 of Talladega, will be 2 o'clock today at Perry Thomas Ministries. Bishop Mitchell Jordan, the pastor, and Elder Wayne Verges officiating. Interment in the church cemetery. The body will lie in state at the church 1 hour prior to the service. Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary directing. And funeral service for the Reverend Charles Rusty Crichton Hearn Sr., age 72, will be today at 11 o'clock from Wayside Baptist Church. Burial in the Hillview Memorial Park with military honors provided by the United States Army. Reverend Hearn Sr. died Friday, November the 21st. Radley Funeral Home, Alexander City, directing. Obituaries brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.